Hey guys, hope everybody is doing great. Welcome back to the channel. Today, what I want us to do basically is to come back a little bit on some of the comments of Chelsonen. I mean, in the last few days, he's been releasing some YouTube video talking about the UFC 270 event promotion and also about the contract of Francis Ngannou, and basically linking both of them, saying that okay, these guys are not doing their job. When I'm talking about these guys, I'm talking about Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane are not doing their job to promote the event. And when he's talking about doing their job, he's probably talking about like insulting each other, shoving each other, because I do believe that the issue, the little trick that they pull in the corridors during Kamaru Usman UFC, right, was maybe they was expecting that there would be some kind of push and shove and so on and so forth, right, to spice a little bit the promotion, right, but that didn't happen. So Charleston is a little bit upset about that. And basically saying that if they don't have anything to talk about, because he's upset because the only thing he's talking about is these guys in the corridor doing this, or that Francis Ngannou is bumped into Dana White. That's the only material that these two guys are providing him to try to you know what I mean, promote this fight. So he's a little bit upset that they're not doing their job, right? That's what he's saying. And he's linking that obviously to the contract negotiation that are ongoing with Francis Ngannou and the UFC, saying that, listen, if you're not promoting the fight and you don't have a lot of people following you, then all the demands that you're doing in terms of guaranteed salaries and other things that you're doing are kind of a little bit off limit, and that don't make sense because you don't have that type of value, right? So this is basically what Charlie is saying. Give me something exciting. I need a little bit more action, right? So basically, that the promotion of the fight is. From what I understand, that he's saying in one of the video, the promotion of the fight is, and this video here, the promotion is the fight you know, the fighters have to take part in the promotion of the fight, and they're responsible as well for the promotion of that event. And then I'm looking at this. I listened to both videos, right? The promotion videos and the video where he's talking about Francis Ngannou contract going off on Francis Ngannou's manager, because this guy has said that the contract is not all about the money, right? That there's something else. That it doesn't involve numbers and money, right? In regards to the UFC. Then Charles Owners is asking, and that's, I mean, he's got the right to answer that question. What is it about then? If it's not about the money, what is it about, right? Because he doesn't understand. In his view, the UFC is only responsible. The UFC is only responsible of three things. There's only three things that Dana White does, and we're gonna listen to those three things a little bit here.
Opportunity, he will promote, and he will matchmake. What Dana White will do is he will provide an opportunity.
Yes.
He will promote.
Oh, he will promote.
And he will matchmake.
And he will matchmake. Okay.
Opportunity.
What?
He will promote.
Oh, he will promote.
And he will matchmake.
I thought that I didn't hear well. So now, all right. So I've always said this about Chael Sonnen, and I mean, it's not because I don't like the guy. It's not because I don't like Chael Sonnen. But I've always said this about Chael Sonnen. I don't understand it. I don't know if the guy is listening to himself talk. Because from video to video, he contradicts himself. In the same video as well, he can contradict himself. I mean, if you listen to the melody of his voice, because he's got a nice voice, you listen to the melody of this voice, yes, you might say, oh man, that guy must make sense, right? But now, if you get to the nitty-gritty of the things, of what he's saying, the words that he's saying, then you understand that what the hell's going on? How mixed up can you be, right? When he's contradicting himself from one word to the other. In this video here, right here, he's telling us that Dana White is only responsible of three things: provide the opportunity, matchmake, and promote the fight. I mean, if he's telling us that the UFC is responsible of promoting the fight, then first of all, it should not link the promotion of the fight to the fighters. That's the first thing. And then when you do that and you don't link it to the fighters, then you shouldn't link it to the contract negotiation of Francis Ngannou. Why? Because it is the responsibility of the UFC to promote the fight. It is the responsibility of the UFC to match make. And when we're talking about match make, they're the one putting the card together. And we've seen it. That card is not the best card ever, right? We got 2 championship fights. It has to be. But the fight that carries that card is only the Francis Ngannou fight. Don't give me anything like no lip about Brandon Moreno and David Figueroa like they're big draws. That's a lie. That's a lie, right? That fight, that card is carried solely by Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane. And to be honest with you, I don't know, but that fight sells itself. I know that Chell is a little bit upset. He's saying that they're not giving him the action that the storylines that he craves. That only talking about Dana White, bumping into Dana White is not enough. I understand that, but then he's got to turn back to Dana White and tell him, give me something to bite on, right? Give me something to talk about. Because right now, from what I understand, it is the responsibility of the UFC to boost the interest and to create the buzz, because they're the ones that are responsible of the promotion. From the dog's mouth himself, from Chael Sonnen, the trumpetist, the speaker, right, of the UFC, right? So he's telling us that, and he knows it, right? So basically, here we are now, right? Francis Ngannou still into negotiation. We still have the UFC card that we have here, which is not the greatest. And at the same time, now we're having some finger pointing towards Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane, because they don't want to insult themselves. They're not, antagonizing the event, the fight itself, because I don't know what he's talking about promotion. There's so many different ways to make a promotion that doesn't always involve people, pushing and shoving each other, or insulting their mother or their wives, right? Or throwing like trolleys into buses. Because Chael Sonnen knows it very well. The way that he used to promote is to insult Tito Ortiz's wife, right? The way he insulted Tito Ortiz's wife. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're selling seats. You're creating a buzz, but at the same time you're selling your soul, right? And when you're talking about your children watching this, and you're going to tell them that, oh, this was just to boost the event, but it's been said, and it hurts, and because it had a touch of reality, because it was reality, right? So it doesn't make sense. I don't think that this is a good way, in my opinion, to boost up a fight, to promote a fight. I think that the UFC has to do her job. The UFC has to do its job, has to take its responsibilities, right? And first of all, maybe they cannot maybe change the card now, or maybe they can. If they can, man, add some more spice into that card, and most definitely do their job in promoting this fight. But the fear that they have to promote this fight, we all know what it is. If the fight makes some humongous pay-per-view, they're gonna have to give that guy the money that he deserves, that he wants. They're gonna have to give that guy what he wants in terms of maybe also being able to do some boxing matches against the likes of Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. That's what they fear about, right? So they're ready to, make average numbers, right, just to save face, which is, I don't think, a good strategy, because the wheel is turning, the wheel is changing, and the UFC as well is not different, and is changing. And the people who are making the money right now are the people that are fighting and that are getting hurt in the octagon. Nothing else, right? That's the product. The UFC is just the brand, but the product itself, right, is the fighters. So they're gonna have to be recognized no matter what is being said here and there, right? So the UFC has to do its job in terms of promoting this fight correctly, right? Has to get out some video. I mean, they should know their fighters. They should know what makes them tick or talk, right? If they want to make them aggressive, they should know what to say. If they want to make them talk a certain way, go a certain direction, exactly like they did when they created that interaction between the two camps, right? Exactly, that's how they did. So they have to do their job, because if the event is a flop, if the event doesn't make good numbers, it's not on the fighters. They're not putting the card together. They're not matchmaking. They're not promoting. They're not the one to promote. It's the UFC. If there's some bad numbers that are coming out of this, right? Because it's impossible that there's bad numbers coming in on it. They can be average because the promotion is not being done correctly, but nothing else, right? This fight sells itself. I mean, and it's got so many backstory as well that are amazing messages of hope, of persistence, of grind, of defying the odds, right? Two teammates as well that are fighting against each other. They sparred together. They had the same coach, and the coach's story with the guy, his new student is fighting against, right? Gane is his ex student, which is Francis Ngannou. So I mean, the backstory is there. There's things that the UFC, right, can definitely use to create a buzz. I mean, you got like two physical specimens that are crazy built, that everybody wants to be built like them. And these guys are not like crazy aggressive. So, I mean, I think that depending on what the UFC understand by promotion, but I see that these guys can help the UFC grow even more in terms of popularity, in terms of reaching other markets, because you have two guys that look pretty cool, right? That look pretty laid back, that are not aggressive when they talk, that seems to have a head on their shoulders, and that have great stories to tell, right? Maybe these are not stories of violence and brutality, of fighting in bars, knocking out 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 people at the same time, or like Chael Sonnen knocking out 5 people at the same time. Amazing, great, right? But maybe that won't sit in with non-hardcore UFC fan, like you call them, or with the how do you do you call these other guys, right? So there it is. When you got two guys like that, maybe you can break in other type of market where people are looking for these type of guys. Already in the hardcore UFC guys, definitely every one of them is going to watch this fight. Every one of them knows these guys, right? But when you present this guy to the general public, they sit well. Because they're not going to say, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna spit on you, or fight like this. They look civilized, right? So I think that it's an opportunity that the UFC is missing, right? They want them to go back into the track of insulting, violence, throwing things at buses. And they missed the opportunity of presenting those guys to the general public and grabbing even more market share, right? Becoming even stronger. I mean, that's my opinion, right? So I think, bottom line, I don't think Chael makes sense, right? That's the bottom line, because he's definitely contradicting himself. And if he's right, and I do believe he's right when he's saying that the job of the UFC is definitely to provide an opportunity to match make, create all these cards and this, and to promote, like he said. And I do believe him. And if he's saying that, then I think that he should take out this video that is talking about promotion, pointing the finger at Gane and Francis Ngannou, and maybe, you know, throw some I'm sorry at the same time, right? That's my opinion. Let me know what you think about all this. Take care of yourself, and maybe talk about some other time. Let's hope so about maybe another issue, that the promotion issue. We've cleared it. We've killed it. This is the UFC's responsibility. Freaking do your job and make that thing happen. Make that thing blow up all the freaking numbers that we have in terms of pay-per-view for a sport era. This is it. So have a good time. Bye, guys.